What you're seeing right now may be the longest rap that Chaeyoung's ever done, which is 16 bars plus a 2-beat pickup, or a little bit more than a 2-beat pickup in the beginning, so kind of like 16 and a half bars, if you want to say. And I want to break this down because it's the longest rap I've ever heard Chaeyoung do. If you're a once and you know better than me and you know a rap that had more bars than 16, feel free to tell me in the comments. I'd love to know that, and I could make another video on that one. But I never usually hear Chaeyoung rap 16 bars in a row because it's either split up with Dahyun. So this is really fun to hear her go off and rap for an actual decent amount of time. And I want to take the opportunity to give Chaeyoung some love on my Rap Center channel now and go over the flow and the flow changes and everything. So what you're looking at right now on the screen, if you've never seen this before, is kind of Chaeyoung's flow visualized in Twice's song Icon, and it's all written out rhythmically because that's what flow is. What you just need to know, if you don't know, is the bottom X's of the rhythm are her actual flow, and then the top is the cadence, the syllables that she emphasizes during her flow. And she doesn't get too much into the cadence. She usually just pretty much uses the cadence as a rhyming tool to make her rhymes stand out more than the rest of the flow. So I'm not going to worry about the cadence too much, but the cadence is on 1-2 for most of the bars. What we're going to look at is the flow, which is the bottom, and we can see that she has flow changes about 6 times, but 4 different flows, right? We have that first flow that you see, which is the red flow, which is a triplet focused with a rhyme at the end of 1-2, a quarter note rhyme.
Every second of your life, every second of your life.
Then we have the same thing, but 8th note, which is the majority of this rap, which is the orange. 8th note with a quarter note rhyme at the beginning of the bar, technically.
Give me all my props, 'cause baby, I'm a hustler.
And then we have 2 little special things that she does. She just changes up that orange flow just a tad bit to make it a slightly different flow. So it technically counts as a new flow, and I'll credit her to that, but it's very similar to the orange one. The only difference with green is she adds in that little rest right there, so it's not a straight 8th note run. It's actually a little rest in there that has a little pause and has like a pickup to the rhyme, which is kind of, it's a nice little change in there to change it up a bit.
Needle on my ocean, you gotta. Needle on my ocean, you gotta.
And at the very end, she doesn't do a 1-2 rhyme. She does 1 with a pickup on the and of 2 for the final bar.
If you had my love, you love me for your whole life.
So this is pretty cool. This isn't like the best rap in the world. It's not one of the best raps ever done in K-pop, but it's kind of a fun thing to look at from Chaeyoung's point of view. And I kind of want to point out my 2 favorite things about this rap from Chaeyoung. So first, this is like a triplet-centered thing. I love triplets in rap, especially when they're done in a fun way. And the big thing I want to point out is this little pickup she does at the beginning of the first bar, because the first thing you see in red isn't the first bar, it's the pickup. And it's like an extra 2 beats that she's rapping right before she starts rapping, so that the first bar technically starts with da 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 da, technically, but because she does a pickup, it makes it seem like the bar starts with da 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 da, and it's just like a little like trickery in the mind to get your mind off of the 1. It changes the feel of the rap from a 1 2 3 4 to a 3 4 1 2 da da 1 2. Really changes the flow and sets up what Chaeyoung's trying to do, which is one of my favorite things. The first thing I want to point out, and then the other parts is the pickup. On that first thing I was talking about, she actually starts on the 3rd beat of the triplet, which reminds me of what Chaeyoung did in New Vision, which was I'm pointing that out because it's the last video I did for flow, breaking down flow, which is you're just doing the final note of a triplet, which is really cool because it gets 7 syllables in instead of 6, still with that triplet pattern. And it's really hard if you're not a musician to pick up when that starts because it's not on beat. It's literally a third of the beat before it. So it's really difficult to pick that up there. So I really applaud Chaeyoung for that, because that's the other cool thing about this as well. However, like I mentioned, the green, the orange, and the blue are all basically the same flow, just with 1 syllable differences here and there. The big difference is it's 2 flows, and the change is really from red to orange, which you can hear when I play it now.
Loving the view from the high rise, even when it's high tide.
So yeah, that's a very short breakdown of Chaeyoung's flow, which I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Come check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/CarKpop. The link is in the description, or you could join us on Discord for a giant K-pop group chat. It's a lot of fun. If you want to see more, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, K-pop and chill, the safe way.
답이 오늘 모두 꺼주시오 한국말로 하자니 어색하네요 스타일도 바꿨지 이제 내랑 비교 마시오 나한테 내서 이런 거 처음 해보지요 영어 빼고 말해 내 피부 노란색 그래 앞에 번호 8이잖아 빨리 전화해 네가 아는 여자애들 싹 다 불러 오늘 밤은 불지를 거니까 폰을 꺼두기로 해
다시 놀아야